like Sandman and other things like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. And I think that I am a 31 years old, and I live in Niterói, Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And Felipe, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Felipe Fadu. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Rio. It's on the other side of the bridge. and I study electronic and computer engineer at UFRJ. And I work as a software engineer for an e-commerce platform. My favorite hobby, I think, is go hiking or riding a bike, and watch some movies and TV series. I think that's it.
Hey, awesome. Thank you, Felipe. Mariana, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariana. I'm 41 years old. I'm from Minas Gerais and half São Paulo. I was born in São Paulo. I lived in Minas Gerais most part of my life. My culture and my heart is more mineira. And I lived the last 9 years in São Paulo, and now I'm living in Toronto this year until December. And my experience is in quality management, most part in engineering company, like consultant company, projects, and etc. And now I'm doing a transition to quality for testing software is more in technology company. I'm studying yet, and for me this group is interesting to stay more, like know more and understand more about technology and vocabulary and the life of technology. Hobby, I like many things. I'm so intense and I like to do different things, but now here my hobby is more to go out to know new places or new things here in Toronto. That's it.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. I've been to Toronto. Oh my God, it's a long time ago to study English, and it's a really, really good place. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, so clean, organized, and so different. So Leonardo, Leonardo Oliveira and Leonardo, how are we gonna know which one is? Can we call Leo one of you?
Yeah, of course. I forgot to put my last name, Mascarenhas, but I will in the next. So I'm going to introduce and then myself. I'm Leo. I'm 27 years old. I'm also live in the same city of Renan, Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I'm here to try to keep my English always in contact, with the language, keep practicing the language. For me, it's very important. And today I work as a project manager in a marketing agency here in Rio, and I'm trying to improve my skills in English and Spanish throughout the class in TNT. I'm enjoying all the class that I have been until now.
Okay, good. Thank you. And Leonardo, please.
To Oliveira Leonardo, you can tell me and to refer about Leonardo for Mascarenhas, by Mascarenhas. One suggestion. So my name is Leonardo. I am 25 years old. I am Mato Grosso do Sul, in terra about Mato Grosso do Sul, na Piraí, and living in Recife currently, where I do my master. I am BA in economics at UFPA, there Mato Grosso do Sul, and master students in economics at UFPA here in Recife. My hobbies are studying, reading about politics, economics, and subjects relative for this. I I get used to pass my day in a free time to sing, Twitter, to WhatsApp groups, things like this. So I like to choose some series to, especially I have seen some documentaries in Netflix, yeah. And my relation with technology come to my area, because in economics we custom work working with data, you know, and treating import, treating, and analysis, economics analysis using data, you know, and we accustomed to work with Python, R, Stata. These are the principles, the main. So I interested to learning more about this, and for this I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. Thank you. So let's start. I ask Felipe, please, can you read? And then
Okay.
after you answer, you can pick someone to answer, please.
All right. Would you consider moving to another country to work? I don't think so, at least in the short term, right? I don't know, after 5-10 years from now, I don't know, but at least in the next 2-3 years, I don't think I would move to another country to work. But it would be good to work from here remotely for a foreign company, right? So, but not in moving just to work in another country. And the reasons are basically family, right? It's not easy to leave everyone behind and go there to just to work, right, in another country. I think it's not that easy in the sense of people that you have to leave behind. That's the main reason for me. And what about you, Mariana?
I'm here now. Another country.
Yes.
It's the second time that I'm leaving abroad to work. No, exactly now it's not to work. Actually, I quit my job in São Paulo and I came here to lost my because I was terrified, like not terrified. I was afraid to talk in English. I was trying to study, but when I needed to talk, it for me it was like desperate. And I'm here to try to lost this afraid of English, to learn a little more, and maybe to work. Now I'm working like a customer services only for because my visa it's student visa work permit is only I have time. And but yes, related to the answer, in the future I want to live in another country. I lived in Europe once in Spain, and I loved the opportunity. And I want to live. I would like to live again. Not exactly, not necessarily in Spain, but in another country in Europe. And about you, how about you, Leonardo? Mascarenhas?
Yeah. Well, today I don't have the intentions to work abroad, but probably in the future, yes. Uh, because I married 3 months ago, uh, and then my wife is finish her university, her college. Then we don't think that's could be a good idea to change to another country in the short term. But uh, I I today I have totally the interest to get a job working abroad, working remotely to a foreign company, uh, because I believe that after the beginning of the pandemic, we we become to see a new movement uh, in job market where people can work anywhere. Yeah. And for me, this is a kind of revolution that we're going to see, not now, but more and more in the future. And then just to have the opportunity to work here in Brazil, receiving in another currency, it's amazing because uh, we can also improve language, yeah, like English, and also receive more for that, yeah, to work for remotely for a company outside Brazil. And I believe this it's a kind of we have to be prepared. Yeah, we have to improve our language as best as we can, and also be prepared with technical skills or other skills in higher demands right now. But I believe that's a good opportunity. Yeah, I'm just a little afraid about how the government will handle with this increasement of remote jobs for uh, abroad companies, when they perceive that the mão de obra, I forgot how can I say, is migrating to other companies outside Brazil. Then I don't know if we're going to receive more regulamentations for that or something like that. This is something that I keep thinking, but I don't know. I'm I'm not going to suffer uh, early. Yeah, I believe that's a good opportunity that we have right now.
Yeah, good. I work remotely for a foreign company, and I just hope they don't like put some more taxes that we already pay here, because I
Yeah,
already pay like INSS, like Receita Federal, all this kind of thing. So I just hope they don't do this, but I think unfortunately this moment will come because they want to 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 get more money by taxes. So it's hard.
yeah, and I believe that's gonna be a way to fix the Brazilians here in Brazilians company or in companies fixes in Brazil, because a lot of people are getting out their current jobs to work to a company abroad, and one time in a moment in the future the government will know that is the moment to try to retain, to retain the Brazilians here. But let's go into see.
Okay.
I don't want this, but
Yeah, let's wait. So, Hannah, what about you? Would you consider moving to another country?
I think I would consider moving to another country because, of course, depends of the country, depends the moments, but I think we in technology field have the opportunity to work remotely, and the kind of things, and because of that, we don't have to move to another country. You can stay here and work here. Of course, it's different. You work in remotely and work in the the country or the the place. But I think in our jobs you can do that without loss performance.
Yeah, definitely. And Leonardo Oliveira, please, what do you think?
Yeah, I have been thinking about this curiously, because this is part of my plans, working or studying in another country. Some of my friends will applying to PhD, do you know, in economics. My friends, my co-workers of OFPA, this is have a stimulation. How could I say stimulant for me to prepare and study for this application. I am this is an initial stage for me, but I suppose it to next year prepare to application. I need to GRE test, o TOEFL test, recommendation letter. This is one of the most important, and I believe so. Can you understand? This is a long and scene was the long and winding road. If how Paul McCartney said, to prepare this for this, and I pretend, but to if I worked in a exchange company, I would prefer a remote job. If my comfortable of my house. Inclusive, I have been searching things relative to applying in data science inclusive. This is a area I have interest.
Okay, awesome, good. So yeah, number 3 we already answered. So let's move on to number 4. Mariana, please, can you read number 4?
With working remotely a possibility? Is the local labor market affected? Is it becoming harder for companies to find good professionals? I guess we are in one transition, like I guess was Leonardo told. The COVID accelerated this process to remote opportunities. Sorry. In technology, I know that it's advanced, but in another field, it was new, and the pandemic accelerate this process. But I'm not sure that the local market is affected. I guess depend of the field that the company is, but I'm not sure that it's affected. And on technology, I guess it's becoming harder for companies to find good professionals. I'm reading a lot about it and talking with people from technology area, and I guess there are a lot of opportunities and people not exactly good prepared for it, good qualified for the opportunities. You can confirm it for me. I don't know exactly, but it's that the thing that I'm hearing a lot about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like news and discussions about it, but I think companies are looking, most of the time they are looking for senior professions. So this kind of profession is harder than like junior or mid professionals. So yeah, it makes sense. Let's see, Leonardo Mascarenhas, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. What do you think?
Mascarenhas. Well, I think that we're going to have in Brazil, the Brazilian companies will face kind of difficulty to find good professionals, because as the professionals improve the skills that the extended market needs, I think this is a consequence. People will start to migrate to jobs with best salaries and better conditions when we compared to other Brazilian companies. I believe this is not a role, because we already have here in Brazil lots of Brazilian companies paying so well and with a lot of good conditions, but we have here this new rivalry where the foreign markets have today better opportunities. Then I totally agree with you too, because to find junior professionals, it's easier. Yeah, it's easier than seniors. And also because seniors professionals, when we talk about the senior position, we are not just talking about the time of career. Yeah, we're talking about the skills and not just hard skills, but soft skills very needed to specific positions. For example, uh, sometimes with my boss, we talk so much about the position of data analyst or data scientist, depends on the job. And he just said, we don't need someone who is the best person using Power BI, Tableau, or building something in Python or SQL, for example. We need this, of course, but this we can teach. We need the people who ask the right questions, who face a business problem, and who knows how to ask the right questions to build the better hypothesis, trying to validate. Then that's a big difficult. This is so hard to find in the market. When we're going to interview someone, the person just starts talking about how good they are in Python or R, and sends us the GitHub portfolio. This is good, okay, but the questions about the way of think is more important than the technical skills. Then for me, this is one of the things that divide the junior to senior professions.
Yeah.
And of course, it's so harder to find these professionals in the market.
Yeah, excellent point. Thank you. Renan?
Let me read one more time. I think the local market is affected because we have these professionals with high level of skills and proficiency migrated to another context. But I think it's the market have to make they have a, how can I say that, I think they have to improve the how they get a good profession, because we have a good professionals in the market, but they not see these good professionals. You have because is a lot of people migrated to the area, and you can look at which one is really good. You know, you have to make a choice, and you have to improve that kind of things. You know, how you can search a good profession in the market. Of course, LinkedIn help with this, but a good professional have to think different, have to make the right questions, of course, but you can train that too, you know, that kind of things, the insights. You can train you professional to have this.
Yeah. I think it's more like what Leo said. It's true. I agree with you. And
Okay.
another Leo, Leonardo Oliveira, please.
I I guess I talked about this in the previous question between working working remotely or uh, uh, working about in another country. In this moment, I would prefer to a remote opportunity. You know, yes, it had I, experience earnings or gains um, to move to another country, moving abroad, uh, um, to network, to another culture. There are many positive things and negative things if you stop it to think. But I prefer working remotely because for my reality, this is more. This will be more convenient for me, you know. But in a future when I who knows, I'm a doctor. If could to work in a company or university in exterior, will be very good. So I not discard this option.
Yeah. We never know what would come, so it's a good experience. And Felipe, what are your thoughts?
I do think that local labor market is already being affected to with the possibility of working remotely for a foreign company, and yes, it is becoming harder and harder for companies to find good professionals, and I think to retain these talents, they need or to grow the salaries or to give a really good culture that can retain with other benefits. Because if a person speaks English and it is a good professional, they will be much more. It will be a life changer to work remotely. It doesn't make sense to if you can receive 3-4 times more working remotely. Why would you stay working for a local company, right? But it's not. I think it is hard for the local company too, right? It's not that easy. Oh, let's double their salaries. But I don't know. It needs a change of mindset here. Maybe don't know how can they retain this, right?
Yeah, it's hard to like the salary because of the currencies is much higher. So
Yes.
difficult for the companies like local companies to pay as much as the foreign companies paying. Actually, they are not exactly paying. Like the currency helps them, right? So,
Yes.
so they are not the good guys.
Yeah, no, they probably they are paying us less than they would pay for a native em, employee from their country, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because when you look to the Glassdoor, the same position that they are offering some value to you in Glassdoor, when you compare to the American guys, they receive 2 or 3 times more. Yeah, because they see the Brazilians as cheaper workers like India and other countries. Yeah, but Dai, I about this issue, this class, I have a question for you. How it was the preparation for you to get these remote jobs? Would you like to share with us about your experience?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I wasn't looking for this role. I used to post a lot of things on LinkedIn, and a person who works in that company just got in touch with me and asked me if I'd like to participate in the hiring process, and I said, "Oh, why not?" And then I am I am here. So it's not like
Great.
I was looking for that, just happened because I like to post some projects, some data science projects on LinkedIn, and it helped. So, and I had another like opportunity, but was through GitHub. Like it was two opportunities for foreign companies, but they found me on GitHub. I actually I didn't like believe that it could happen, but it happened. So
Yeah,
But
very crazy.
sorry, sorry.
No, so sorry. Go ahead.
Are you active on LinkedIn, Day?
yeah, I
Right.
like yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted your question.
No, like write something, share something like on LinkedIn. Sorry, I don't have you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I you can find me there. I like to create some project, data science project, and I post there what I've done, how I did some specific things, and it really helped me because right now I receive like weekly, like 4 6 times, like per week, some recruiter get in touch about some hiring process, but I think it's only local that so far Brazilian companies, and I really want to keep working for foreign companies, or just like moving abroad. It would be an option, but it helps like a lot because you post a lot of things there, and recruiters they see, and so I think it's the best strategy to find job.
Great. And your English, it was good as well as now, or you have improved?
Oh, my English has improved a lot, but I haven't quit like talk and talk. And when I can, I participate in other immersions because it's different. Like I have meetings, I talk to my manager or some colleagues, but it's different because here we can like it's more daily conversations. So I try to manage this both things like company and here on Talk and Talk, and then some like studies, watching movies and all this stuff that we already know. So yeah, so we are talking about this. Let's answer the number 5. Does anyone here have applied for a foreign role?
I'm applied, I believe 2 or 3 times in the last 2 months, maybe. I did an interview to a position as a product manager, and I became something near to 1 hour working with the guy who was recruiting. But in the final, I don't know why, he told me that I had the skills, but my English, it was not good as they would need, because they would need a person to talk all the time with the clients. It was a position to have face-to-face contact, virtual, but face-to-face contact with the clients. And clients, not just in America, but Canada, UK, France, and other countries. And he told me that I would need to improve a little bit my English to have contact with these clients. I believe it was a kind of very exigente, I forgot, how can I say, but I understood that I am in the moment to improve more my English.
Yeah, it's funny because most of the time, at least from my own experience, they don't ask like for the perfect English, unless it's if it's like a position that's really needed, like you're going to talk with clients, some native, I don't know, maybe something like this. So guys, welcome back. So how was the conversation? I ask Heitor, how was the conversation?
It was really good. We talk a lot, but I think we have the same position. Stay in Brazil and work for abroad companies. No one want to move on in our group.
Yeah, I do. I want to.
Yeah, me
to
too.
leave,
Me too.
to leave Brazil.
Yeah.
Anyone else would like to leave Brazil? Leave everything behind?
I would like to leave Brazil.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's after the pandemic time, the things change a lot. I think is even country like Mexico. I work at a company, and this company is much common to talk with foreigners. No? That's a good thing, because the guys work just to 8 to 5, because when do I start my job, I talk to last European. I'm sorry, last. I don't remember the word last in English. And after that, I started to Portugal, France, and around 10, 11 o'clock, I started to talk to Americans and Mexicans. And particular in Mexico is not there. They don't work at remote jobs in the past, and I think I worked in another country, and is another job, and this time is necessary to talk to Mexicans too, and there is a cultural situation, and it's difficult to then work at home, and even in Mexico is changing a lot, because there are a lot of guys working at home. So that's a good situation, because the companies have advantage too, because the cost is smaller nowadays than when the guys work at home. My company, for example, remove one level and on floor, give back entire floor, and yes, it's waste less money, certainly.
Yeah, exactly. And let's see, Kevin, how was the conversation?
Oh, was great as well. I like it so much to talk with those guys that were with me. We are three against one. Just Juraci wants to live abroad, and everyone wants to stay here in Brazil. But I understand. I'm half. 50% I want to live abroad, and 50% I want to stay here because the family and the country, uh, basically. But was so great to have a conversation. The questions were so great also. I like it so much. It's easier to talk about those things when you are living this kind of thing every day. You are looking for some jobs abroad. We are uh, working on our English. So basically, is this.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I want to say that I know the time is ending, but I want to say this was the best talk I had on all talks I had on Talk and Talk, because as Kevin say, the subject is very important to me, and I think to the other ones. So this was the best one for sure.
Yeah, I agree with Carlos.
Nice. It's great to hear that. So yeah, I think there's a lot of questions that we still can work on this topic. So maybe in like 2 or 3 immersions ahead, we can talk again about it. So we can work on this. And we have 1 minute left. So just let me ask you, Renan, was it your first time? So how was your experience?
It was a very good experience. I like a lot of chatting with you guys. I learned a lot of things, like the companies and the process of to live abroad, work abroad, or live to another country. It's very good thing.
Okay, awesome. So guys, I will be really, really quick because I think most of us need to start working. So I sent the YouTube video. Okay, so goes over there. If you can go over there and give a thumbs up, would be great. I also sent a survey. So if there's something you like it or you didn't like, or any suggestion, comments, please go over there and write it down, please. And I also send my LinkedIn if you guys want to send yours as well. So it's really good to build a network. And yeah, that's it. I really appreciate all you here and hope you have a good day and see you in the next immersions. Okay.
Okay.
See you guys.
See
Bye
ya.
bye, guys.
To you
Bye.
guys. Bye bye.
It was a pleasure.
Nice to meet